Hello guys, today I am discussing a disease condition that is diphtheria. It is a serious bacterial infection that usually affects the mucous membrane of your nose and throat. Moving to its causative organism, it is caused by bacterium Corynebacterium diphtheriae. The bacteria usually multiplies in or near the surface of throat. One of its mode of spread is airborne droplets. When an infected person sneezes or cough, releases a mist of contaminated droplets, by which the people nearby may inhale C. diphtheria. So, can I say diphtheria can spread easily this way, especially in crowded conditions? Moving to second mode of spread, that is contaminated personal and household items. People occasionally catch diphtheria from handling an infected person's things, such as used tissues or hand towels. Even by touching an infected wound, we can transfer the diphtheria causing bacteria. What are the signs and symptoms? Disease usually began 2 to 5 days after a person becomes infected and may include thick grey membrane covering your throat and tonsils. Not only that, patient also feel a sore throat, hoarseness, swollen glands, difficulty in breathing, nasal discharge, fever, chills, malaise. Very important thing is that sometimes these signs and symptoms are not obvious. People act as a carrier of diphtheria without being sick. Diphtheria can be seen in two types, respiratory and cutaneous. Already we completed the respiratory type. So moving to cutaneous diphtheria, it can affect the skin, pain, redness and swelling similar to other bacterial skin infection. Sometimes ulcers covered by a grey membrane also may be skin diphtheria. Moving to the risk factors, children and adults who don't have up-to-date vaccination, and also the people living in crowded or unsanitary conditions. What will happen if left untreated? This may lead to breathing problem. Diphtheria causing bacteria may produce a toxin. This can damage the tissues in nearby areas, usually the nose and throat. At that site, infection produces a tough grey colored membrane composed of dead cells, bacteria and other substances. This membrane can obstruct breathing. How it affects our heart? The diphtheria toxin may spread through our bloodstream and damage other tissues in our body, such as our heart muscles, and causing such complications as inflammation of heart muscles, that is myocarditis. Heart damage from myocarditis can lead to congestive heart failure and sudden death. That's the same toxin can also damage our nose. The typical targets are nose to the throat, where poor nerve condition may cause difficulty in swallowing. Not only the nerves to the throat but also to the arms and legs also may become inflamed, causing muscle weakness. If the diphtheria toxin damages the nerves that help control muscles used in breathing, these muscles may become paralyzed. At that point, you might need mechanical assistance to breathe. Prevention is better than cure. This proverb have a significant role in this disease condition because it has been one of the most feared infectious disease epidemics in the United States and Europe, resulted in case of fatality rate as high as 40%, and diphtheria was a major cause for childhood mortality before the availability of diphtheria vaccination. This diphtheria vaccine is usually combined with vaccine for tetanus and whooping cough. The 3-in-1 vaccine is known as the diphtheria, tetanus and pertussis vaccine. The latest version of this vaccine is known as DTaP vaccine for children and TDAP vaccine for adolescents and adults. But even though the vaccinations are available, the misconceptions and superstitious beliefs have led to certain communities to actively resist any efforts to vaccinate their children. This happened in our country. In 2018, both respiratory and cutaneous diphtheria observed in children, while in 2019, 388 children had contracted the disease and 17 had died. And due to the effort taken by the government, the number of deaths reduced to 3 in this year. So, timely vaccination is very important to prevent this disease condition.